Good morning, friends. Nice to be with you again this morning. And this is our time for giving. And I want to just share something to you from Matthew 6, verse 19 to 20, saying this one thing. I'll put it in my own words. Non-use is as bad as wrong use. Listen to what Jesus says. Verse 19 of Matthew 6. Do not lay up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys, and where thieves do not break in and steal. So what does he say here? He says material things and money are not bad in themselves. These things are neutral. It is the way we use money and material things, or our application of things, that determine whether we or it becomes good or evil. More than 1/3 of the parables, as we said before, about the kingdom of God teaches us that Jesus came and teach us about the correct use of money and of our material possessions. So here's what he says, and we often hear this quoted in church. Do not lay up for yourselves treasures on earth. Do not put your money where moth and rust destroy. Don't try and get rich because you'll fall into a temptation, says Paul to Timothy. Don't trust in the deceitfulness of riches, as we've spoken about this before. So these things are all negative. And so often we as Christians hear that and we say, all right, we shouldn't do that. And we can make the mistake to go into neutrality or to even go into a negative mindset. But Jesus did not stop there. He goes on to say in the other half of the verse, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. By the correct use of wealth and the blessing that God puts into our hand, we build up a credit in heaven. By using our earthly wealth to give to God's kingdom, to godly purposes, to projects, to the poor, we are putting it into a heavenly bank account, where moth and rust do not destroy and thieves do not break in and steal. Let us not bury our talents or hide behind laziness or fear, but let us rather use the talents that God has given us to build up, to bless, to share with the needy, and so to advance the kingdom of God. I bless you as you give this morning.